All that internet beef, sub posts, and screenshot wars, let's be honest, ladies, is giving high school. Let's grow up and get into our grown woman bag, okay? Hey, ladies, welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're not new, then hey, girl, how have you been? Welcome back. For those of you that don't know, I'm Taji, and I'm your go-to girl for all things self-growth, self-improvement, self-love. And I am back again with another video. Today, I have compiled a list of 10 steps that I use to take me from girl to woman. And for the sake of this video, I'm only going to be listing 5, and I'm going to make a part 2 for the next 5, just for sake of time. I don't want this video to run too long. So without further ado, let's step right on into it. Just because you're a big age, that doesn't mean that you're grown in real life. I know women in their 30s that still have a teenage mentality. And I used to think that paying bills and having my own place made me grown or automatically made me a woman. But I learned that it is so much deeper than that. So step number 1 that I want to talk about is stop glamorizing chaos. Okay? Being messy every day is not a personality, it's a distraction. Arguing with people every other week, on the internet looking for arguments, scrolling through the shade room comments looking for negativity, that is not grown woman energy. And that's just exhausting. Somewhere around the way, we started confusing chaos with being real or just speaking your mind. But the truth is that constantly being in fight or flight mode is not normal, it's not mature, and it's not sustainable. It is not grown woman energy at all. Being unbothered, the real kind, not just saying it to say it like, I'm so unbothered, but you really are deep down inside. I'm not talking about that kind. I'm talking about the real kind of unbothered, like unshakable in your peace. Peace is grown woman energy. Remember that. If everyone is always having you messed up or it's always something going on, it may be time for you to sit with you and figure out what's going on inside. Growth is realizing that you don't have to attend every single argument that you're invited to. All that internet beef, sub posts, and screenshot wars, let's be honest, ladies, is giving high school. Let's grow up and get into our grown woman bag, okay? And speaking of bag, that brings me to my next point, which is to make sure you have all of your essentials at all times. And that goes for in your purse, in your car, and in your home. A grown woman stays ready so that she don't gotta get ready. You can always spot the grown woman in the room because she always stays with everything that she may or may not even need. You should not be out here with no gum, no emergency pad, no Tylenol, no edge brush, no lotion. Like, come on, all you brought was a phone and vibes? Mm-mm. That's not gonna work in our grown woman era, ladies. We need to come prepared. The same goes for at home. You should always be stocked with the basics like soap, toilet tissue, paper towels, pads. You shouldn't be going to the store because you realize that you're on your last roll of toilet paper. Or you shouldn't be panicking because you started your cycle and you realized, oh my gosh, I don't have any pads. Like, no. We need to stay ready so we don't got to get ready. We should be well equipped and stocked with these things before we even need them. Some essentials that I always keep in my purse are lip balm, hand sanitizer, wipes or tissues, extra deodorant, especially in the summer. Don't get caught slipping in these streets. A hygiene kit with extra pads or tampons, a compact mirror, gum or breath mints, because after you eat, you definitely want to freshen your breath. You don't want to be talking to somebody and your breath is on dragon mode. And a pen, because trust me, you will need it. Some home essentials that you want to make sure you have are cleaning supplies, your toiletries such as lotion, toothpaste, toilet tissue, paper towels. That one used to send me. I used to always run out of paper towels all the time. I was running to the store and I would get like the little 3-pack of them, knowing that I needed to go to Costco and get the 24-pack or however many it was, because your girl be running through paper towels. But yes, a first aid kit, especially if you have children. Can't tell you how many times my daughter needs a Band-Aid. Air fresheners and candles, because the grown vibes do matter. Your basic groceries and snacks, and I mean the basics. Keep the basics on hand. For me, that's eggs, milk, cheese, butter, rice, things like that. Being unprepared isn't cute, and at some point it just screams, I don't know what I'm doing and I'm unorganized. But the grown woman that you're becoming carries herself like she has it all handled, and that's because she does. And my next step number 3, is going to be keep up with your routines and health appointments. Being grown is more than just paying bills. It's about keeping your body and your life in check on purpose. A big part of stepping into womanhood is no longer neglecting yourself physically, emotionally, or mentally. You can't grow into your highest self if you're neglecting your self-care and your health. Grown women, they have routines. They know when their next doctor visit is. They're not just waiting for something to be wrong. They're tracking their cycles. They've got systems for cleaning, moving their bodies, resting, and keeping up with themselves. It's not always glamorous. It's about being consistent, and that's how you bring that grown woman energy into your life. So take action and schedule those appointments with your OBGYN, your dentist, your primary care physician, your therapist. Do those things for you. Build simple routines that support your hygiene, your mindset, and your space. I like to use the Notes app on my phone to track my cycle symptoms, my habits, my personal growth. Baby, my Notes app is tired. She's tired, but I have to stay on top of me. You have to check in with you the same way that you check in with everybody else. The same love that you give to everybody else, you have to give to yourself. Now that's grown woman energy. And step number 4 is going to be to keep your space clean and calm. There's something so powerful about a clean space, a clean home. Even when the world feels chaotic and like everything is a mess, your home should be peaceful. It should be serene. It should be where you go to just let everything go, where you can just relax. And honestly, it starts with the little things, like taking the dishes out of your room as soon as you're done with them. Don't let them pile up. Making your bed will really give your room that put together look. Even if your room is not really put together per se, it really boosts it and gives it that look. And the truth is, you don't need a luxury apartment. You don't need a new apartment. You need to take care of what you have right now. I used to always tell myself like, oh, when I move, I'm gonna decorate more, or I'm gonna buy a new kitchen table, I'm gonna buy new bathroom decor. And honestly, those were just excuses so that I didn't have to do anything in the apartment that I was currently in. And I had to learn that no, I had to tell myself, no, I can do that where I am right now. I can make this space look exactly how I want it to look right here where I'm at. I don't need to move. I don't need a new luxury apartment. I don't need to wait until I'm in a new place. I can do that right here, right now. When your space is clean and put together, your energy, it just hits different. There's a calm about walking into a place that smells good, feels fresh, and isn't a constant reminder of everything that you've been avoiding doing. The girl version of you avoided cleaning, she avoided organizing, but the woman version of you knows that it's a part of taking care of yourself. Not for company, not for Instagram, but for you. And my last step for this video, step number 5, is gonna be get intentional about that coin. You gotta get serious about your money, sis. Being broke is not cute, it's not quirky, it's not a mood, and it will never build the life that you want. Budgeting is grown woman behavior. You should know where your money is going. Every single dollar. You shouldn't have to be guessing your balance before you swipe. Get into the habit of printing out your monthly bank statements. Take notes on where and how you're spending your money. Seeing my spending habits on paper really had me humbled AF. I was spending money like I was in the mafia, okay? And I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize how bad my spending habits were until I went through my bank statements line by line. And I really had to humble myself and buckle down and realize, like, okay, I need to work on saving. Before spending any more money, I need to work on saving. It would give me a dopamine rush just to buy stuff. And once that feeling wore off, I would most of the time realize how uninterested in the item I actually was. And then I would just do it all over again. It was a crazy and expensive cycle that I was stuck in. And once I decided that I didn't want to be in that cycle anymore, I started writing things down that I wanted. If I saw something that I liked, I didn't instantly buy it. I would write it down, and anytime I was in the mood to treat myself or I had some extra money, I would go off that list and see what I wanted to get myself. So it wasn't just me impulsively buying things, it was something that I have been wanting, kept from myself until I wanted to buy myself something or had the extra money, and then I would get it off that list, and it just meant so much more when I actually got it. Learning the difference between coping and controlling your finances is what separates girl from woman. And it is 100% okay to start with the basics. Like, you don't need to be investing in stocks on day one. Just track your spending, pay your bills on time, and save money, even if it's $10 to $20 a week. Start with what you can afford. Just start, just do something. Another point that I want to cover on this subject is the importance of having an I'm good fund. This fund should cover about 2 to 3 months worth of bills in the event that you become unemployed, have to leave a relationship and you need money to make way, something happens to your car, really anything, because y'all know life be lifing and it ain't gonna stop lifing. So you want to make sure that you have some type of fund, some type of emergency stash, so that when life does start happening, you don't have to deal with all of those changes and still need money on the side. You should be able to say, I'm good, I have this handled, and be able to move with grace and clarity. There's nothing softer, prettier, or more powerful than a woman who isn't stressing about money because she handled her business, okay? That's tea. And that's all that I have for today, ladies. Remember, it is not about perfection, it's about self respect. And honestly, you don't wake up one day a woman, you build her. If you're on that journey too, I see you and I'm right here with you. Let's grow together. Part 2 is coming soon. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.